Hi, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Right, today in the song production we're going to put down some keyboard tracks. I'm not sure. Usually when I film I kind of leave the camera rolling and do it, but I'm not sure how interesting it's going to be just watching me play on the keys. But we'll see how we get on. We'll just do little snippets here and there. And yeah, I'm thinking piano, Hammond, Rhodes, possibly some kind of synth pad. Possibly those four will be enough on this one. Like I said before in the last video, we're not going to have orchestral. The song really doesn't need it. But we'll fire it up and see what happens. Alright, so let's get the studio up and running and let's make some music. Okay, so like I say, we're going to do keyboards today, and we're going to start off with a piano, and then afterwards we'll do a Hammond, and then if I feel it needs a Rhodes, we'll put a Rhodes on, and we might mess around with a bit of a synth pad sound, something like that. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a quick warm up and then listen to the song, play it through and do some recording. Right.
Am I taken for granted? Consent or be deleted? I may be disconnected, but life goes on without it.
I meant to say, same as with on the guitars, the sound that you and I are hearing right now when I'm playing live is different to the sound that will actually be on the song. Again, I'm using the module sounds from the keyboard to create the piano sounds rather than going through a plugin which will potentially cause latency. Certainly once you've got multiple tracks, you don't want to overload the actual system if you can avoid it. So I always use sounds away. So occasionally, like for example, when we do the Hammond, the Hammond is actually going to sound to you and I when we record it like this. Which is fine, but once we start it spinning, it's going to sound like this. Which just sounds a little bit weird. It'll make sense once we've recorded it and we play it back, but during the recording process, if you hear that, just use your imagination a little bit of this isn't what the final product's going to sound like. Yeah, so I think that's how we'll start it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put the Hammond down next. Okay, happy with that. Needs a little bit of editing, but I'm not going to bore you with going through each note and sorting that all out, but rest assured I'm going to be doing that. Am I going to put a Rhodes on this one? I am going to put a Rhodes on, and it's going to come in at the bridge. It's just going to play. Nice and simple. Right, let me get that recorded and I'll be back. Okay, so the end of that, I came up with a little riff idea, which was for the chorus, which might work. Let's have a listen to see what that sounds like. Let's have a listen and see how that works. It'll work, but more as a synth part than a Rhodes part. Okay, so I'm going to leave the module on the Rhodes sound just so that I can hear it while I'm recording, and then we'll mess around with the serum and see what sort of sounds we can get.
With these machines in order, have your OT upgraded? Did I accept get started? Give me a the things you made, program consent or be deleted. I may be disconnected, but life goes on without it.
So I don't know if you heard there, but towards the end it became quite a little hooky riff part on it, which now goes which is quite a nice little part actually. So I'm going to re-record that bit and try and lock that in now.
With these machines in order, have your OT upgraded? Did I accept get started? Give me a break. The things you make, program.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like that. Right, let's see if we can get a pad sound for that. I'm sure there's a better sound in Serum for what I'm trying to do, but rather than bore you while I sit there for the next sort of 30 minutes or so going through different sounds and tweaking it, and then next time we will have that all sorted. I will have edited the odd notes on the other parts that we recorded today that are out of place, and then once that's all done, we'll give it a listen to together, and then we can finally put some amps on the guitars. All right, see you next time. All right, bye. Oh, don't forget, like and subscribe. It'd be great if you could drop a comment below and tell me what you're liking about this series of videos. All right, see you later. Bye.